Tonight for supper, I fixed some country fried chicken with white gravy and a few sides to go along with it. I started with my biscuits. Now, I do like to make my own homemade buttermilk biscuits, but I have found these southern style frozen biscuits at a local grocery store, and they taste just like homemade biscuits. So I decided to go with those tonight. After putting those in the oven, I added vegetable oil to a skillet, filling it up about a quarter of the way with oil. Then to a container, I'm taking some all-purpose flour and I'm seasoning that up with Tony's Creole seasoning, some black pepper, parsley, Lawry seasoned salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and a bunch of smoked paprika. I mixed those seasonings into that flour, and then to another bowl, I added 2 eggs, some milk, and some salt and pepper. Mix those wet ingredients together. And then I had 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I sliced up thinly to make 6 thinner pieces. And first, these are going to get a bath in that egg and milk wash. And then I'm going to drench them in that seasoned flour and then lay them in that hot oil. So again, they're going to get a bath in their egg and milk mixture, then in the seasoned flour, and then right into that hot skillet. After about 5 to 6 minutes per side, I'm going to give them all a flip. I'll continue cooking, and I'm going to start on my macaroni and cheese. Once I've got a pot of water almost boiling, I'm going to add in a tablespoon of chicken bouillon seasoning. And I love to use these noodles. I feel like they hold a cream sauce a lot better. Then for my sauce for my macaroni and cheese, I'm going to melt down half a stick of butter. While that's melting, I went ahead and pulled my biscuits out of the oven, and I buttered the tops of those, put them on a plate, and put them on the back of the oven to keep those warm. See, they look like homemade biscuits, y'all. Then I started pulling my chicken breasts that were done out of that hot oil onto a paper towel so they could soak up any excess grease. Once my butter had melted down, I went ahead and added in 2.5 cups of heavy whipping cream and whisked that into that butter. Once it's reached a boil, I'm going to add in an entire bag of Velveeta Shreds Original, some Lawry seasoned salt, and some black pepper. I whisked all that in and decided I needed a little bit more cheese, so I added in another half a bag of the Velveeta Shreds. I just love how creamy the Velveeta is. You can't beat that for me. I drained all of the excess water out of my noodles and put them back into that pan, and I poured in just a little bit of cheese sauce at a time because I didn't want to overdo it. This macaroni turned out so creamy and so good, y'all. Once I had cooked all my chicken breasts, I decided to go ahead and fix some fried chicken legs as well. And then it was time to start on my milk gravy. I'm going to use some of that chicken grease from where we've been frying our chicken and just cover the bottom of that skillet with that grease until it's just covered. And then I'm adding in a little bit of all-purpose flour and whisking that in to make my roux. I need it to look about like this before I start adding in my milk, a little bit at a time. And when you're adding in your milk, you're just going to constantly be stirring until you've got all the lumps out. Now, white gravy, a lot of black pepper, a good